Hi there everyone, it's Gloria Kremer from Oakville, Canada, and today we are going to be putting together a couple of cards from my San and Sea online class. So I'll show you the cards first. Okay, so these are the 4 cards. And I was just noticing that I did not have one of the kits ready. Oh, wait, I do. Sorry, I lied. So these are the 4 cards. Sorry, I'll shift them over. And we're going to put them together. So I did use this set right here. It's the stamp set. And it comes with the dies. And then there's also this lovely embossing folder, which I can't find right this second. Oh wait, here it is. Okay, so this is the embossing folder, and the great thing about this is once you die cut the image, so there's this big die in here. Once you die cut your image, you're able to put the image right into this embossing folder, and then I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it embosses the image really nicely. So we are gonna get started. So if you got my kit, everything is already pre-cut for you, dry embossed. The only thing that's not included is the stamped images. So we will start with, let's start with this card here. So what I did is I took 3 strips of the Love You Always foil, and I put it onto a piece of white cardstock, and I've already done this. So I just took a white piece of cardstock, and then I glued the 3 strips onto the cardstock, and I used it. For this sample I used some scraps that I had, so it's not exactly the same as in your kit, but this one's actually pretty simple to put together. So the sentiment is from the stamp set, and we will pull it out. I love this sentiment. It says, friends are like seashells, you collect them along the way, which is so true. So we are gonna put this onto a block. I'm gonna use my Memento black. This is my go-to black. I use it for everything. So we're gonna ink it up. And then we're just gonna stamp that on. If you notice on my left hand, my little pinky on my left hand sort of does his own thing. I hyperextended a few years ago in a boating accident, and it's never been the same again. It just does its own thing. So don't be freaked out by it. Okay, next we're going to take this this ribbon, and we're just going to start pulling it apart. And I mean, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Like, you can pull it a lot or a little. I don't even know how much we're gonna really need. We might not even use the whole thing, but we could use the whole thing. I don't know. So we're just gonna start pulling this apart. If you guys have really long nails, then you'll be able to do it easily. Mine are really short this week, and they're not painted. Actually, they're not looking so good. it. So we have this all pulled apart. And again, don't worry if it's not perfect. It's not meant to be perfect. Now I'm going to take some adhesive, and I just like putting a strip on the back of my sentiment, and then I wrap it around, and then I try to sort of figure out how I wanted to hold the other ends down. I like to use a glue dots. So I'm just going to put a piece there and put that down. And then I'm going to take another glue dot. I'm just going to put it on this corner here. Those are from my paper pumpkin kits. I get so many glue dots with the paper pumpkin kits. They're awesome. So now I have my little ribbon put on there. I'm going to add a couple of dimensionals to the back of this sentiment. And again, you can use sentiments from any of the stamp sets you have if you want to make it into a birthday card or a Mother's Day card. Really, your choices are endless, so you have lots and lots of possibilities. So then I'm just going to stick this on here like that. I have I have these little pearls here. Whoops, there goes one. And I find a lot of times it's easier just to put it onto a little poker thingy. I'm just going to put this one over here. And then we'll put another one, I don't know, maybe down here. We haven't even added our shells or our star yet. So, and then I'm going to add the pearls on sort of where the pearls are on the paper. Again, you can really put them wherever you want. You don't have to put it exactly where I put it. And if you want to add more, you can always add more. Okay. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to stamp our shells. So we have our shell and our starfish. And I'm going to use, I think I use Sahara sand for this. You can also use crumb cake or any really neutral color. I guess crumb cake and Sahara sand would be the best choice. But again, you can do it a pink or you could do it like a soft yellow. It's entirely up to you. So we're going to stamp our image. And then we're going to take our little mini here. Now we got to push everything out of the way. And I've been using this mini a lot since I got it. I really, really like it. And the more I use this mini, the more I realize that a lot of the die cutting that I do is works with the mini, so it's awesome. Now it looks like the big one I actually must have I must have just fussy cut because there's no die for this big one. So we'll just cut that out right there. Oops. So we're gonna just move this around. Make sure we find the exact piece. I hope they come up with a magnetic plate for this because it would make things really easy. Well, even easier, I should say, because it's already pretty easy. So there's our starfish. Now we're going to move this, close this back up. We're going to bring this over. And we're going to just take our scissors. This is an easy enough shape to trim out. I think this one doesn't have a... I think this one really is just a fussy cut one. Either that or I'm missing a die. That was easy enough. Now we're going to take our Tombow glue. Put some glue on there. Slip that under. Take some more glue. Slip that under. Now if you wanted to give it a little more color, you could. Like you could take like this a watercolor pencil and give it some color. Or you can take like a blends and add some color to it. So I'm going to take this blends. This is the ivory. And this will give it a little bit of color. But again, you don't have to. You could just sort of leave it to the way it is. And then what we're going to do is we're going to this is for the inside piece. I'm just going to glue that on the inside. I'm going to just stamp a starfish on the inside. And then also may stamp a seashell on the inside. Inside it right there. So there's our inside. And then we're just going to glue that on and we're all done with our first card. Oh, finally ran out, I think. And we're going to glue this down. And for this card, any foil that you use is going to look amazing. Because once you emboss it, that embossing folder will make everything pop out. So this green foil was a retired product. I'm not even sure when they had this last, but it was in my scrap pile, so I decided to use it. So there is our finished first card. So thank you again for joining me. Stay tuned for the next card. Thanks.